Nate Carpenter. We are live tonight on the Dog Pound, DPP Sports. Along with Doug Byerly right now, he's across the way, making sure he has the starters. Central Mountain comes to town. This is officially a rivalry, and we just want to thank our sponsors right now. Quick shout out to all the sponsors. We appreciate you so much. Susquehanna Trailways, get on the bus, susquehannabus.com, 753-5125. StarwayRoofing.com, 1-814-281-9164. Central Pennsylvania's highest rating roofing company. Steinbacher, Goodall, and Yurchik, your elder care and special needs law firm. PAElderCounsel.com, 570-322-2077. Steinbacher Law Firm with Goodall and Yurchik. You can't beat them. You got an estate planning to do or someone you want to take care of. They're fantastic with your family. Bob Boob, First Choice Century 21. FirstChoiceRealty.com, 398-0690, where being different makes a difference. If you need real estate, call Century 21 today. Clark's Expert Sales and Service. Ron Clark knows tools, service, and assembly. 570-321-8206, 1919 Lycoming Creek Road. Evergreen Wealth Solutions, Todd Rischel and the team at evergreenwealthsolutions.com, 601. That's 570-601-6960. It all starts with a conversation. Jiffy Market, Allen, where would we be without your gold sponsorship? We appreciate delicious food, made fresh, friendly market, 570-398-3499. That's 115 Pennsylvania Avenue, Jiffy Market. Shout out to Joey Farrar and Bald Birds. Blaze Alexander Kia and Doug Hilliard at 494-0121. Best Auto Sales, 555 High Street, right up there next to Taco Bell in Flemington. From oil changes to inspections, emissions, auto detailing, John Best, 570-748-8000. Tanner Dover Spike and Adventure Realty, 502-1854. If you want young, ambitious, and invested, we know that he's been and bridged the gap from football to basketball this year. That's why we're bringing you the coverage. Central Mountain is here tonight. We got the Jersey Shore Bulldogs as well, getting ready to do battle here. Both teams fairly competitive in regard to the opponents that they share. Similar wins, similar losses. SGO Service Garage and Kenny Pick, we appreciate you so much. All that you do out of Renova. From fuel oil. You mentioned this ad tonight. You get 2 cents off a gallon of fuel oil. It's warming up, but it's going to get cold again. We appreciate all that you're doing. That's Kenny Pick at 570-923-0220. SGO Service Garage. Fisher Insurance Agency, 323-3600. PAFisherAgency.com. Danielle Leone. Doesn't get any better than you. 323-3600. Integrated Accounting and Consulting Solutions Services. They are fantastic out of Lewisburg. Listen, you want to bridge that gap. You want the accounting. You want the tax service. Do you want someone to come in and give you those CFO, that hybrid model to really direct your business in 2026 in a direction that only they can? Again, you want to get a hold of Integrated Accounting and Consulting Services at 570-484-1947. IntegratedACS.com. They're at 120 Cambridge Lane in Lewisburg. Thank you, Brandon Best. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Laura, for all that you do. 484-1947. Devlin's Auto Glass. Nothing like getting a chipped windshield and finding out that estimate's through the roof. They're affordable, professional. They're insured. 865-6042. Devlin's Auto Glass. Listen, Doug Byerly has the starters. He is ready tonight. He brings a little bit of Central Mountain here with him, as he's kind of a hybrid, man. He loves the Bulldog Nation, but he also lives in Lock Haven, has done a lot in the community there, and he's here tonight to add some color and some flavor. How you doing, Doug?
Nate, always good to be here. Jersey Shore Bulldog High School Gymnasium. Midweek here, high school basketball. So Pennsylvania Heartland Athletic Conference, the PHAC Division I matchup here. As everybody knows, 5A Central Mountain, 4A Jersey Shore. Should be a good matchup. Central Mountain comes in on a little bit of a slide, losing their last 4. They are 2-6, but had a very competitive game in their last game Saturday against Shamokin at Central Mountain. Lost by 6, 66-60. Shamokin for the last number of years has been the team in Division I boys basketball, but not quite as good this year. Good, competitive, solid team, but not the 25-win Shamokin team that they had last year, but still a good effort by Central Mountain. Before that, they lost to Nativity BBM, a big loss there, 63-47. That was on the road, lost at Penns Valley. Penns Valley's pretty good, 78-68, and then lost to Loyalsock, 57-34. Their last win was on December 15th against St. Joseph's Catholic Academy from Boalsburg State College area, 60-54. Their other win against Milton on the road, that was a big win. Milton is not good, 61-33. So those are the two wins, win over Milton, win over St. Joe's Academy, losses in all the rest, including the last four. So this is a game, Nate, that Central Mountain, one, they feel they can be competitive in. Should be a good ball game in regard to athletic ability and size, although you and I were surprised. Central Mountain has a young man on the roster, 6'8". He plays, but he's not their main guy.
Right.
And that's a little unusual. Anytime you have a guy 6'8", 6'7" at the high school level, particularly here in Central PA, he's usually going to be your guy. Like Warrior Run has a 6'8", 6'7", and those are the guys, and they are very, very good, are the defenders. Not the way for Central Mountain. We'll see what that 6'8" player adds to the mix here. Jersey Shore comes in really solid, good ball club. Nate, you kind of look down through their roster. They come in at 5-3, winners in their last two. A thrilling game on the road at Wellsboro, where their point guard, Landon Lathan, won it with a layup pretty much at the buzzer. Won by two, 49-47, I believe, and then beat an outmanned Northumberland Christian team on the fifth, 45-20. So the Bulldogs come in at 5-3. Their other wins are on the road at Milton, here at home against South Williamsport, and also at home against Columbia Montour Tech, a big win to start their season. So the Bulldogs 5-3, Wildcats 2-6. We'll see how it plays out here tonight, midweek in January.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. We're just over 5 minutes. Quick shout out to IPT Sports and Spence and Mike Lundy down there covering a lot of the Williamsport games, and that's been nice because I got down over the holidays and had a chance to see Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Constitution was there along with another team I can't recall from down in Maryland. Very competitive tournament. It was a great show of excellence in basketball, and Williamsport had won the first of those two games and then got taken to the woodshed a little bit against Pittsburgh Central Catholic. But I remember watching Central Catholic, always known for their football, but take on Chester many years ago. Nick Tagliaferri and I were up at Bryce Jordan, and wow, what a contest that was. But Central Catholic came in extremely disciplined. Really, I mean, you want to talk about execution. And Williamsport's finding their own identity. And we're talking about regional teams tonight. Why? Because we support District 4. Williamsport recently, when it came to football, joined the Heartland, and they've kind of added that 220 rivalry. And with Central Mountain coming to town, it's kind of like we're between the Williamsport, 17701 and 17748. We're in between, and it's just nice to start to see some rivalries.
Got to have the rivalries. It's a little different in football when you only see a team once during the regular season and then maybe again in the playoffs. But with Central Mountain being in District 6, playing in the West, they do not see them the second time.
Yeah.
Really nice. Really nice. So I want to give a shout out, JV ball game. Jersey Shore played really, really well. We watched quite a bit of it. Swales, freshman point guard, led the way. Jersey Shore was up at the half by 16, 31-15, and continued that success in the second half at the JV level. So the Bulldog JVs won 65-37, really convincing win. And Nate and I talked about it. They have some nice young players come. They have some nice height coming up here. So the future under Coach John Booth looks promising the next couple of years here for the Bulldog basketball team.
You just really like to see the player development. You talk about the Warrior Runs of the world too this year. They start 6'8", they start 6'6". It's kind of a dream season for Warrior Run, along with Central Columbia girls, just dominant. Now Central Columbia girls are younger, But you know, the Lewisburg's played well this year. Like you said, Shamokin well coached, have 3 or 4 key contributors, but not maybe at the highest level they've been. Montoursville, watch out for Montoursville. They're on the rise right now. Mike Musina back coaching those guys. Really fundamentally sound at the middle school level, and you can see when that pipeline bleeds into the varsity level. Again, we talk about the JV team tonight. Why? You were excited to see this Wales kid and some of these kids contributing, because when they have the fundamentals at the middle school level, it equates to the 9th grade JV level, and then you see that really kind of shine at the varsity level.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Jersey Shore's JV team. They have good height, have several kids 6'2", 6'3" level, pretty athletic, and then they have a couple point guards led by this Wales young man. He's got some ability, sees the floor very, very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's a freshman. You would think with Lawson graduating this year that he would have an opportunity to be the starting point guard next year, and that's the kind of transition that you want, and you want to have a little bit of success. You know, it's interesting. You want to win at all levels, but you want to have player development. That's the key. If your players get better and you can establish a good competitive team, whether you go 20-2 or, hey, you're 15-10, but you're competitive and your kids get better, that leads to the varsity having an opportunity to be good, and that's what you want. You want good competitive teams. So I want to give a shout out to the girls as well. Nate will do a game on Friday against Danville, Coach Mike Shaw's team, but they won on the road last night at Central Mountain. So back-to-back Jersey Shore Central Mountain games. Jersey Shore girls won by 10, 59-49 to, I believe, go 5-4 on the season, early season, and now into month number 3 of the season, and a very young team on the Jersey Shore side. Nice win on the road last night.
Well, again, they're working extra hard on fundamentals. You know, Mike Shaw, Coach Shaw, from a golf perspective, you know, he'll talk to you, 90% of your shot is your setup. Well, if that's the golf game, he wants these kids to have a left hand and a right hand and to box out and do the fundamental things well. So again, quick shout out to our sponsors. Thank you so much. Chris Ward, we thank you for your family sponsorship and all that you've done for Bishop Newman over the years.
Before introducing the starting lineup, would everyone please stand for the playing of our national anthem?
At Susquehanna Trailways, getting behind the wheel isn't just a job, it's an honor. It's a front row seat to the world, from the bright lights of New York City to the historic charm of Baltimore and breathtaking trips across America. As a Susquehanna Trailways driver, you become the host of unforgettable experiences. Whether you're guiding students safely to school or helping a family create lifelong memories on their next big adventure, you're more than a driver. You're part of the journey, part of the story, part of the Susquehanna Trailways family. And right now, Susquehanna Trailways and Cam Kephart are looking for passionate, dependable individuals to join the team. Step up to the plate. Your seat is waiting. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, an opportunity to see the world and bring people together 1 mile at a time. Get on the bus. Join the tradition. Apply today. At Starway Roof Systems, roofing isn't just a job, it's a calling. We believe excellence isn't optional, it's our standard. From the first nail to the final shingle, we do all things to bring glory to God and to serve our clients, communities, and co-workers with a pure heart. Whether it's replacing a storm-worn roof or giving back to a neighbor in need, we lead with honesty, act with integrity, and stand firmly on our character. At Starway, we invest more than our time. We invest our talent and our finances to make a lasting impact right here where we live. Call 1-814-308-0490 today and experience roofing done with purpose, passion, and purity of heart. Starway Roof Systems, built on excellence, driven by faith, and dedicated to serve. Again, call Starway Roof Systems, 1-814-308-0490. When it comes
starters being announced by A.D. Bill Minster for Central Mountain. Number 0, Blake Walker, senior. All-state baseball player is Blake Walker, very good player. Number 1, Isaiah Dorman, senior as well, 5'8". Number 4, Carson Kudrow, senior, 5'10". Number 11, Kalen Hunter, senior, 6'6". He's a big guy we talked about. And then number 23, Colin Comfer, a sophomore, at 6'2". So actually pretty nice height for Central Mountain at 6'2" and 6'6" in that starting lineup. For Jersey Shore, it is number 2, Yanni McCray, a junior, Number 15, Landon Lathan, point guard senior. Number 23, Jacob Lorson, listed as a center, a junior. Number 31, Braylon Guerrero, forward, senior. And number 34, Tucker Hanna, a senior. And what we saw in the last game, Nate, pretty, indispensable parts, interchangeable parts is what I meant to say, where Jersey Shore will play 7-8 guys, move them in and out. Kind of depends, obviously, on foul shots, who's hitting early. Are they going to hit some shots? So Central Mountain again comes in at 2-6. Jersey Shore comes in at 5-3, off a win. Central Mountain on a 4-game skid, looking to right that tonight here on the road. Officials tonight, Terry Conrad, Coach Jim Bergen, and I apologize, do not have the name of the female official in the mix there, but Coach Bergen and Coach Conrad, longtime assistant at Bucknell, was Terry Conrad. He had 1,000-point scorer at Bucknell University, so certainly knows the game, and Jim Bergen's been doing this a long time in football and basketball as well.
We are about to go live here. Tip off in just a second. 8-minute quarters, 5 fouls get you to the foul line. Each quarter reset. Central Mountain tips it. The Bulldogs. Nearly stolen away. That's Landon Lathan, nearly picked.
Yep, good hands there by Dorman.
Good inbound play. Up and good.
Really nice inbound play there to Lorson.
Absolutely. Lorson looked good on that. Across the timeline. Kudero with the ball. Pass to the wing. Central Mountain being patient. Top of the key. Look to swing it. Good defense. Launch the three. It's up. Long. Good hustle for the Bulldogs. Rebound out to Lathan. Lathan looking to push tempo. Kick to the corner. Up. Vertical. It's good.
A nice 5-point start for Lorson. Inside and then with the three.
Euro step in the lane. Up. Good finish by the 6'6". Tree in the middle.
They go to Hunter inside. Some good interior passing there. A little bit of pressure here for Central Mountain. They need to get that across.
Lathan looks to kick it back to the wing. Tucker Hanna inside. Good move. Up. Good kick back and knocks it down. Great move against the big 6'6" center.
Yeah, a little awkward looking shot, but Guerrero pretty adept at that inside. Nice finish there.
Dogs up 7-2, first quarter. Central Mountain looking to get some points. Blake Walker with the ball. Good penetration, takes it, nice move. Blake Walker up and good.
Yeah, Walker not your smoothest basketball player, but he's a good overall athlete. We mentioned he's an all-state baseball player, really, really good on the offensive side on the diamond.
Late pass delivered inside, stolen away by Central Mountain. Brings it back down this way. They're sharing the rock. Top of the key, nearly picked off. Walker inside to Hunter. Hunter up, no good. Talk about Guerrero being super active on the boards. Lorson kicks it across into the middle. Good fake, up, no good, short. Rebounded by Walker.
Yeah, it's a good shot inside there for Guerrero. One that he will make throughout the ball game.
There's a foul. And that's one thing. Guerrero is physical. He's very quick, but he needed to move his feet. The torso didn't catch up in time. And Walker, like you talked about, he's super athletic. He's one of those examples when you're good at one sport, you can contribute at another.
Substitution coming in for Central Mountain is Noah Wells, senior as well, 6'2". He was a solid player last year.
Walker kicks it out to Wells. Oh, and it's off the hands. One of those situations there where Kalen Hunter, you've got a 6'6" guy, and he's played more at the perimeter.
And he plays the point on this pressure here, makes Jersey Shore try and throw it over to him or around him. He looks very athletic. I do not remember him last year at all. He must have got lost in the mix when Hunter Hoy was the main guy.
Not a good pass. Stolen away by Dorman. Dorman down. Gets the ball to Wells. Wells looking to set up shop here offensively. Inside to Hunter. No charge.
That's a good no call there.
Yeah, I agree. Latham getting into the offensive set. That's what we want to see. Fundamental basketball. High post, Lorson. Lorson turns, pops. Oh, in and out. Good look. Couple good looks for the Bulldogs, just not dropping. Kicks to the wing. Good pass to Confer. Confer long. Another good rebound. I call him Dennis Rodman of the Bulldog Nation. Hannah up. Oh. I like that call. He called it a block because he kind of came under. He was already in flight.
Yeah.
What is the circle, Doug? In the collegiate level, they have that circle basically. It's a takeoff area. It's a landing zone.
A little easier to call in the collegiate level.
Yes.
With that circle there. It's really kind of up to the officials' interpretation here at the high school level, but Tucker Hannah taking that as he should. Will have a chance at the foul line. And Nate, in the last game that we broadcast, Jersey Shore did not shoot their fouls as well, and now they changed that, so he does not get the foul shot. So the foul before the shot,
yeah.
Jersey Shore taking it out underneath.
How is it before the shot when you're in the air? That's a tough one. We're going to negotiate that and approach the bench. In and out. Oh, he was out. He wasn't even in yet. But they didn't call it. Latham, top of the key, good hustle. Sets the offense up, back to Hannah. Hannah's going to, nope, he's going to check it. Nice passing. Hannah gets it baseline, kicks it wing, up. McCray, oh, he's long with that one.
Yeah, got to follow that. He would have had a chance at a rebound. Good looking shot, just bounced out. 7-4 Shore. Neither team has scored here for a minute or two.
Hunter, 15-footer, long and off right. Hannah gets it. Boy, Jersey Shore desperately needs to finish on this end. They've had some good looks. Inside, top of the key. Guerrero fakes, pops, another one. Oh, he rains it. Nice. It's unorthodox, but it's pretty.
Yeah, I tell you, good release there from the left-hander.
Good penetration. Oh, he nearly traveled. They're going to call it like, I don't know whether he slipped. He made a really nice move, but
Dane Hannon, number 3, and Darius Shade, number 2, coming in for Central Mountain. Shade has been the guy early in the season, had a 28-point game. He is a three-point specialist. When he gets hot, he will let it fly, but he has not contributed a whole lot else.
Boy, that's Aaron. Bulldogs very fortunate. In fact, they were very fortunate. That was tipped off a body. Walker off his body, off the carom. Bulldogs get it back, but not a good pass. Those are examples of just, they got to clean those things up because that'll cost you in tight games. McCray handling the ball now. He's got a nice fluid game. Guerrero kicks it to Watkins. Boy, they're handsy now.
Shore doing a good job of trying to get that position down low and get the ball in there, but Central Mountain has been pretty good about deflecting that.
Up, no good on that one.
Yeah, McCray thought he got fouled when he went past the defender there and had got the hands in, and he knocked it out trying to retrieve that one. 9-4, 2:45 to go here, first quarter.
Walker with the ball, gets it back over to Shade. Cut. Dorman with a nice back cut. Central Mountain now moving without the ball. Too much dribbling. Guerrero going to lead this break. Looks up. Takes it, running jumper. Oh, he goes with the right hand.
He's had a nice first quarter, 6 points here
He sure
early on.
has.
Timeout, Coach Tyler Bardo, as Jersey Shore spreads that lead out 11-4.
We're going to stay right here. What's interesting about that, Doug, is he's left-handed. We took us about half a game before to realize how fluid. But he shot that little runner with the right hand, and the difference between shots dropping and not. The last game we called, there was cellophane on the rim and nothing dropped. But they're getting better looks tonight. Even that, although there weren't 4 touches, it's a good look.
That was a very good look. Anytime you take it into that lane area as a basketball player, that shot should go up. And Guerrero didn't hesitate there, even though he had to use the offhand. So he's had the hot hand here in the first quarter. Again, Jersey Shore 11, Central Mountain 4. A little bit of a surprise, Nate, because Central Mountain really hasn't had a problem scoring this year. The problem for them has been they haven't been able to stop anybody. A lot of teams have gotten into the 60s, even the 70s against Central Mountain. A little bit more deliberate on the offensive side for the Wildcats thus far.
Good pressure by the Bulldogs. Stolen. Carson Watkins gets it up to McCray. McCray takes it. Good defense. Up, Hannah misses. Bulldogs had a really good look there, just couldn't finish. Walker down to the other end. Off swing. Oh, good three-point look, but couldn't handle the pass. Well to the lane. Up. Doesn't finish, but a good take. Good take there by Noah Wells. Hey, quick shout out to Ben Morgret. Thank you so much, brother. Kalen Hunter last year, the reason why we didn't see the big man was that he had an ACL injury. So he just gave us a quick update for the Bulldog Nation. We welcome you. We know you're one of the strays. Thank you for the viewership. We appreciate you. And it's always nice to have that intel.
Wells successful on his first shot. That was a really nice take to the basket. Used his left hand, able to get the opportunity at the free throw stripe.
Just short off the side of the rim. Guerrero gets it to McCray. McCray's going to go down. Gets it to Watkins. Watkins back to McCray. It's nice to see the passing with less dribbling. Guerrero, baseline, good cut. Up and good. There's McDermott.
Really nice job there, my McDermott cutting, giving the player an opportunity for the assist.
Nice take, man. I'll tell you what, Darius Shade, you'd say he's vertically challenged. Let me tell you something right now. When he wants to go to the rim, he goes to the rim.
Yep, good hard take there. Knew he was going to get fouled. Knew he was going to have an opportunity to get whacked a little bit, and he did. But the senior guard have a chance again. Second time down in a row for free throws for Central Mountain.
Yeah, I just love to see kids go hard. I always say, if you're going to take it, go hard or go home. And he did, and he got that's when you get the foul line. You get the foul line, you got to knock him down. And
yeah, he's a good shooter, too. He should be pretty automatic from the free throw line. Left that one a little bit short.
That one's up and good. Nice touch on the second. Hannah inbound to McCray. We're going to swing this one, get it down court.
Extending that pressure a little bit is Central Mountain.
McDermott down, takes it to the lane. Nice reversal. Good left hand, up and good. Nice touch on that.
Really nice left hand move there in using that pivot foot effectively. 15-6 Bulldogs.
Nice steal. Good take, hard take. Good steal on that other end. Wildcats coming this way. They're going to call the foul, the blocking foul. They've got to. Carson Watkins got a little hippie there. But good strip there by Noah Wells. Jersey Shore had numbers, and Wells just took it away.
Yeah, Noah Wells was a solid player last year. I was surprised he was not a starter in tonight's ball game, but he has certainly contributed since he's been on the court.
Central Mountain, again, just the fundamental things. And the Bulldogs have been guilty of that this season. But, there they are, inbound the ball, make one pass and turn it over with no pressure.
Harlan and Lathan coming in for the Bulldogs. Going to give McCray a break.
Hannah down, looks up top. Good recovery there by Lorson. Get the ball out from the top of the key. Good take, nice dish. Fundamental basketball.
Really nice there by the senior point guard Lathan, doing just what you're supposed to do. Coming off his game winner on the road at Wellsboro.
You talk about Wells, he's 6'2". Nice ball player. Dorman to the top of the key, reverses, looks to get it up, kicks it back out. Euro step, they don't call the travel. Good rebound on that end by Harlan. Harlan, they get it down to McDermott. McDermott takes it strong. Wow.
Probably got away with one there. McDermott was a little bit out of control.
Yeah.
Shade certainly had the contact there. That's where the foul call comes. But McDermott was actually losing his footing before the contact came. But he gets rewarded for the aggressive play. Going to have an opportunity for 2 shots from the free throw line.
Good touch from McDermott. You know, he's another one of the kids, when the lights are on at 11 o'clock at night downtown at the new park, you know, it's Parks and Recs his way. McDermott, he lives there. I mean, he might as well pitch a tent.
McDermott only a sophomore, so good to see the underclassmen contribute. Makes them both, just like you're supposed to. Good first quarter so far, 19-6 Bulldogs.
14 seconds down inside of 10. Wells is going to have to make a decision here. Kicks it back over. Dorman to the lane. Nice hesitation. Up. Hunter, no finish. They battle. 4/10 on the clock, which now is basically it's a tip in.
So they actually changed that. I thought that was going to stay with Central Mountain, but they changed that after brief consultation. Jersey Shore will have a chance. This is a catch and release at 0.4 seconds here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's almost a tip. They've got to just basically... And that one's short.
Yeah, that would have counted.
It would have counted. They got to get hotter on that click button, you know? But, hey, listen, we are at the end of quarter number one. 19-6 is the score. We're going to take a real short break. There's not a whole lot of time here. We'll be back right after this. DPP Sports, DogPoundProductions.com.
When it comes to finding your dream home, selling your current... At Susquehanna Trailways, getting behind the wheel isn't just a job, it's an honor. It's a front row seat to the world, from the bright lights of New York City to the historic charm of Baltimore and breathtaking trips across America. As a Susquehanna Trailways driver, you become the host of unforgettable experiences. Whether you're guiding students safely to school or helping a family create lifelong memories on their next big adventure, you're more than a driver. You're part of the journey, part of the story, part of the Susquehanna Trailways family. And right now, Susquehanna Trailways and Cam Kephart are looking for passionate, dependable individuals to join the team. Step up to the plate. Your seat is waiting. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, an opportunity to see the world and bring people together 1 mile at a time. Get on the bus. Join the tradition. Apply today. At Starway Roof Systems, roofing isn't just a job, it's a calling. We believe excellence is an option.
We're back, Central Mountain with the ball. Start the second quarter. Wells, top of the key, picks his dribble up.
Yeah, if you're Central Mountain, you need some points. They go inside. They are going to get them there with a nice reverse layup by the big guy, Kalen Hunter. Good start for the Wildcats.
Bulldogs down this way. Inside, up. Pennycoff getting some time just off. Central Mountain can't figure it out on that particular play, and they've kind of fought over the ball out of bounds, and Jersey Shore is going to get new life.
Jersey Shore, Central Mountain has done a pretty good job once the ball gets down inside with their hands to not foul.
Inbounds. Up. They're going to call the foul. McDermott took it to the lane.
He's very active in there. You have to like him as a player, not afraid to go inside, can shoot the ball a little bit from the outside as well. Second time to the foul line for sophomore Ty McDermott.
McDermott up, and he's good with this one. We talked about the difference in foul shots. You know, the last game, Doug, they were dismal from the foul line. Tonight, they're making them.
Big difference at any level, but particularly at the high school level. Leaves that one a little bit short, and the big guy with the rebound. 20-8 Bulldogs. Yeah, and that should go.
Wow.
Should go off of number 4 out of bounds. You called it, Nate. Central Mountain, they've had some really unforced error turnovers here early in the ball game. Led to this nice lead for the Bulldogs thus far. Yeah, that's how you break it, right in the middle.
Lorson inside, nice spin move, up and good. Off the back of the backboard. That was a nice take by Lorson.
Really nice down the lane using that spin move. Good pivot foot motion there. 22-8 Bulldogs. And good hands there by Lathan to knock that one away. Pennycroft gets it. Back to Lathan. Lorson. McDermott feeling that one a little bit too early. A good rebound to keep it on the Shore side. Harlan getting in the mix here. Oh, thought he was going to get the roll there. Wells does a nice job to keep that one alive. He should take it down the lane. He's been their most consistent player. Comfort with the three-point attempt. Pennycroft, really nice position down low. Over to Harlan. Looking at McDermott. Thought about that three. Now Lathan will take that three. Got bumped a little bit, but good position there for Hunter of Central Mountain with the rebound. Comfort down low, pops it out to Wells. Double team initially, and now Wells will take that drive. Gets bumped and finishes. And Noah Wells has been the best player on the floor thus far for Central Mountain. Gets them into double figures. 22-10 Bulldogs. And good hands there for Central Mountain. Knocked that one away. Wells again leading the way. Going to take this one until they stop him. Almost able to get that one in. Bounces out, and Wells will go to the foul line. 5:35 to go. Jersey Shore 22. Central Mountain Wildcats 10. Period number 2 here. Noah Wells will have 2 shots. Good form. Interesting, he doesn't have that good overall spin. He's got the kind of sideways spin. Walker back in the ball game, replaces Kalen Hunter, so they go with a little bit smaller lineup. Wells made that first one. Gonna bounce this second one out. Off the back of the rim. Central Mountain keeps that pressure. Bulldogs break that easy. Looking down to Pennycroft, but back to Lathan out front.
Nice take by Lathan.
Really good take, but good defense there by Noah Wells. No foul. Able to take that one away. Dorman back in as well. He looks to run a little bit more, does Dorman.
Yeah, they're going to call that.
Yeah, that's a
you
walk.
know, it was a little shuffle.
Yep. Yeah, it's so hard at the high school level. I mean, you can take that jab step, but you have to put the ball down first. And so many high school players, they don't do that. They take the step first and then the ball, and that's a travel.
Forgive me, Doug. I thought we lost the internet. We're good. It's just a delay.
Yep, 22-11, 5:09 to go here. Bulldogs in the lead. Really good first quarter. Able to stretch out that lead 19-6.
Down to McDermott. McDermott on the wing. Going to look to the weak side. Takes it.
Well, that's a travel there.
Yeah, for sure.
That should have been a travel.
Are you kidding me? They didn't call the travel?
No, they did not call the travel. They called the bump. Now, there was a bump there, but that was a travel first. McDermott just lost his feet out from under. But that's not a shooting foul, so Jersey Shore maintains possession. Underneath inbounds.
Very fortunate for the Dogs. McCray goes to the corner this side. Harlan inside. McDermott gets position. Oh, he's off the rim.
Yeah, a little bit too far under the hoop that time was McDermott. Not able to get the hand around to get it up on the glass. Oh, that's a walk,
It was, too. Walker. Everybody's got quick feet tonight. Walker long. McDermott takes it down. Fortunate to not get tied up. Possession arrow would be going to the Bulldogs. Harlan gets to the wing.
Good hands there by Dane Hanna. Knocked that one out of bounds. We'll stay with Jersey Shore.
Things get a little sloppy in trends, don't they?
They do. Yep, both teams not able to convert the last couple times down.
McCray takes the inbounds. He's wearing number 2 tonight. Top of the key. Nearly picked. Gets the ball to McDermott. Good job coming back to it.
Yeah, going back to what you talked about earlier, a lot of dribbling here the last couple possessions on the offensive side instead of moving that ball with the pass.
Exactly. You got to work smart, not hard. Good kick to McDermott. Up is down. Oh, it's long. It looked good.
Yep. Did look good, but going to get a bump there against Lorson. And that's legit. That's one of those plays where you think maybe you can put a little pressure on and get a steal, but you just leave it go. Just go back on defense because Shade had control of that ball, and he's a good ball handler. Watkins in the ball game replaces McDermott.
Stay down here, going to come up this way again. 4:08 to go here. Second quarter, 22-11. Bulldogs. Good ball movement. Central Mountain found a way to get the ball around without a dribble. Back to the top of the key to Dorman. Good defense by Lorison. Back cut. That's Confer. Up and good.
Nice move inside there by Confer.
I'd like to see McCray get a little more aggressive on the offense. He's got great vertical. Stolen away.
Yep, good hands there by Central
Stolen
Mountain.
back.
Yep, get it back, does Lorson.
McCray's going to launch from downtown. It's short. Good hustle by Lorson.
Really good hustle. Ball stays in.
Down court, Walker's going to take this one up. That's a good job of squaring himself to the rim.
Yep, just used the jump stop. Defender went down, but really was no contact there. And that's a good timeout by Coach Boob. The Central Mountain has made a little bit of run to trim that lead to 7, 22-15 Bulldogs, 3:06 to go.
Well, yeah, and if you're the Bulldogs, my gosh, you're up 11, you know. It's 22-11. And it boils down to this. If you can keep yourself poised offensively and not make the silly mistake. It's one thing to turn the ball over if somebody's really checking you up, hand checking you, playing physically aggressive, amoeba-type defense. But when you're making errant passes because you're out of control and you're not sharing the ball, you're dribbling too much, they just got to get back in rhythm. They've had a really good first half. They don't need to go into the half giving Central Mountain the momentum.
Yeah, it's been a good quarter thus far for Central Mountain, now scoring the Bulldogs 9-3. And get back in this one. Tucker Hanna in for the Bulldogs after that timeout.
Landon Lathan brings this over the timeline. Good screen by Lorson. I don't like that call. Lorson had position. He was square. Again, the officials, listen, announcers announce, but he was square. The kid just is aggressive, and he ran into a good pick.
One of those unforced errors. Shade had to come out after that one.
Central Mountain offensively back on track here from 11-7, cut the deficit. Hanna, and just when we say that, he acknowledges it. You know, hey, I passed to the ghost player.
Yeah, looking for Walker to kind of pop back out. Walker stayed where he was, so that's an easy turnover there for Central Mountain. Yeah, McCray needs to look this way.
Good skip pass to Hanna. Hanna picks his dribble up. McCray down to Watkins. Boy, nice ball. Hanna takes it, fakes it. Good up. Oh, he didn't get rejected. I thought he was going to get rejected on that. Good
But
rebound.
altered the shot.
Yes,
the
he
big
did.
guy altered the shot there, made it high off the glass for the miss.
Talk about Walker. Shifty. That's body control.
And there you can see the athleticism taking over.
Absolutely. You called it, Doug. Before the game, you said this guy can really hit a baseball. Well, he can play basketball, too. McCray's got to nail one. Falling away. Hanna gets up for it.
It's a nice rebound by Hanna inside.
Good touch. Yeah, you're right. Hanna, Hanna without the rebounds offensively in those second shots.
Good conversion there for Jacob Lorson after the miss on the three. 24-17 Bulldogs. Wildcats still with the advantage here in the second quarter. Definitely gotten themselves back in this ball game.
Hanna gets it over to Dorman. Dorman, misses his man. Good job. That looked like steps, but good job by Hanna. The Bulldogs have to make something happen here.
Central Mountain does a very good job of double teaming.
Nice
there you
job.
can see the big guy, kept his position there, able to get the block against McCray.
You see that knee brace. It's good to see him back. There's a nice take. They're going to call the charge. I'll tell you, again, defender was set, but he was under the rim. So I don't know what the high school rule is on that.
There is no circle there. So
Okay.
you can take it there, and Lathan did a nice job
Yes,
of
he did.
seeing that Well was going to go all the way to the hoop no matter what. Shade back in the ball game after having to step out for a minute or two after that hard pick foul.
Hanna inbound to McCray, back to Hanna. Looking to break this press with little dribbling.
Yep, they need somebody to go right to the middle.
Nice job. You called it, Doug. Boom! Finish. And that's what it takes. Three-man weave.
Yep, just go to the middle, guys. They can't cover you when you go there.
Now they're picking the defense up. A little burst there. Up 9 are the Bulldogs.
Approaching
Wow. Go
30
ahead.
seconds here in the first half. Yep, so we're going to have a foul here, I think, against Dorman. Yep, illegal pick. 31 seconds to go, 26-17. Bulldogs have a chance to take the last shot if they choose to.
I'm wearing Central Mountain blue tonight, by the way, here at the Pound. Guerrero, Walker says, I'm coming at you. Guerrero, Euro steps, and he gets a touch foul. And that's not going to make Central Mountain happy. I know we talked about the foul away from the ball down here offensively. And my thing is, okay, I just watched Williamsport play Central Catholic. Okay, you want to talk about physicality? It's a different brand of basketball. You come here, and they're going to call that, and it's okay. But they just got to call it both ways, that's all.
Good take there by Guerrero. Gets the roll on the foul shot from the left-hander. McDermott coming in, replacing Watkins.
He got that bowling ball look tonight, man. Got that Dennis Rodman 90s look.
And he's had a nice first half.
Oh,
rolls that second one out.
22 on the clock. Look for Walker to make something happen here. Kicks it over to Shade. Shade penetrates, and they got to call that. McCray rode him the whole way in.
Yep, going to get the bump there, so to speak, the hold, they call it officially. Not a shooting foul, so 13.3, plenty of time for Central Mountain to get a good shot. Bulldog, Jersey Shore up 10, 27-17.
You know, it's a pretty evenly matched game. You know, if Central Mountain can get a run, they're back in this. Into Wells. Wells has 11 seconds on the clock. He's going to try to take it to the rack, kicks it back. Shade kicks it to the wing. Wells to the pen. Up. Runner. No good. Good rebound. McDermott goes deep. Just shy. 27-17 is the score. What an incredible first half for the Bulldogs. You know, other than a 2-minute stretch where they went from up 11 to only up 7, the Bulldogs have had a really good half.
Really good, solid first half, 27-17. Started out first quarter 19-6, so they were up 13. Good run by Central Mountain there to get them within 7, but a good finish by the Bulldogs to stretch that lead back to double digits. 27-17, Bulldogs lead at the break.
We'll be back. We're going to cut to commercial here again. Thanks for tuning in. We are bringing you girls and boys basketball this year. We're going to try to get on the road eventually at some point in time, maybe up to Central Mountain for a game. But it's been really incredible just getting out. It's very different going from outside inside. Even though you're in a press box in football season, there's something intimate about basketball. And I'll tell you, there have been some pretty good crowds for these high school games. I was at a Central Mountain middle school game last night, and that place was packed. And I said, you know what? You know what it tells me? There's not much on television anymore.
There's nothing good on television,
well,
that's for sure. Like if it's not live sports, there's really nothing to watch.
You're paying $200 for 180 commercials, and you watch 5 of them, for 180 channels, you watch 5 of them. We're going to cut to commercial. We're going to be back right after this. We're going to get to the Doug Byerly breakdown of the second half, some of the key things that he thinks Central Mountain needs to do to climb back in this one. But we appreciate all of our sponsors. We'll be back right after this.
At Susquehanna Trailways, getting behind the wheel isn't just a job, it's an honor. It's a front row seat to the world from the bright lights of New York City to the historic charm of Baltimore and breathtaking trips across America. As a Susquehanna Trailways driver, you become the host of unforgettable experiences. Whether you're guiding students safely to school or helping a family create lifelong memories on their next big adventure, you're more than a driver. You're part of the journey, part of the story, part of the Susquehanna Trailways family. And right now, Susquehanna Trailways and Cam Kephart are looking for passionate, dependable individuals to join the team. Step up to the plate. Your seat is waiting. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, an opportunity to see the world and bring people together 1 mile at a time. Get on the bus. Join the tradition. Apply today. At Starway Roof Systems, roofing isn't just a job, it's a calling. We believe excellence isn't optional. It's our standard. From the first nail to the final shingle, we do all things to bring glory to God and to serve our clients, communities, and co-workers with a pure heart. Whether it's replacing a storm-worn roof or giving back to a neighbor in need, we lead with honesty, act with integrity, and stand firmly on our character. At Starway, we invest more than our time. We invest our talent and our finances to make a lasting impact right here where we live. Call 1-814-308-0490 today and experience roofing done with purpose, passion, and purity of heart. Starway Roof Systems, built on excellence, driven by faith and dedicated to serve. Again, call Starway Roof Systems, 1-814-308-0490. When it comes to elder care and special needs legal matters, trust Julie Steinbacher at Steinbacher, Goodall, and Yurchek, a law firm known for quality representation and compassionate service. With branches in Williamsport State College, Altoona, Wilkes-Barre, and Muncie, they're right where you need them. From estate planning, elder care navigation, guardianship, long-term and nursing home care, to special needs planning and veteran benefits, they cover it all. You can't beat the brand and what they offer. They care enough to make a difference. Visit PAElderCouncil.com or call 1-800-351-8334 today. Steinbacher, Goodall, and Yurchek, your trusted partner in elder and special needs law. At Susquehanna Trailways, getting behind the wheel isn't just a job, it's an honor. It's a front row seat to the world, from the bright lights of New York City to the historic charm of Baltimore and breathtaking trips across America. As a Susquehanna Trailways driver, you become the host of unforgettable experiences. Whether you're guiding students safely to school or helping a family create lifelong memories on their next big adventure, you're more than a driver. You're part of the journey, part of the story, part of the Susquehanna Trailways family. And right now, Susquehanna Trailways and Cam Kephart are looking for passionate, dependable individuals to join the team. Step up to the plate. Your seat is waiting. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, an opportunity to see the world and bring people together 1 mile at a time. Get on the bus. Join the
Nate Carpenter, we're back. We got some commercials to come your way before we break down the first half. Bob Boot, first choice, Century 21. That's right, 398-0690, where being different makes the difference. Clark's expert sales and service man, Ron Clark. He knows tools, service, and assembly. 570-321-8206. 1919 Lycoming Creek Road, Evergreen Wealth. That's Todd Rischel, man. He was the quarterback. He was the running back. He was all things to all people. EvergreenWealthSolutions.com, 570-601-6960. And I'll tell you what, he'll sit down. It all starts with a conversation. Reach out to Evergreen Wealth Solutions, Water Tower Square. I'm telling you, you want to talk about that trust bridge, evergreenwealthsolutions.com. Again, Todd Rischel, 601-6960. And last but not least, Jiffy Market, Allen and Family, delicious food, made fresh, friendly market, 398-3499. Thank you, Jiffy Market. SGO Service Garage, 923-0220. We appreciate you. From fuel oil to that summertime or that spring when the weather breaks, they do retaining walls, concrete work, and so much more. You're not going to want to miss SGO Services. Kenny Pick out of Renova, thank you so much. Fisher Insurance Agency, Danielle Leone, 323-3600. PAFisherAgency.com. That's Danielle Leone, 323-3600. Integrated Accounting and Consulting Services. We appreciate you. Brandon Best, Dan and Laura, 484-1947. That's integrated ACS.com or in person at 120 Cambridge Lane, Lewisburg, PA. I'm telling you what, integrated accounting and consulting services. If you want to get your taxes done, if you want them to help manage your books, give you that kind of wraparound CFO, chief financial officer bridge for 2026, you want to take your business to the next level, integrated accounting and consulting services. Devlin's Auto Glass, you rock. We appreciate you. From cracked windshields, 865-6042. Devlin's Auto Glass. Last but not least, Best Auto Sales and Tanner Doverspike. We'll start with Flemington, 555 High Street. That's right, Lock Haven, PA in Flemington. That is John Best at Best Auto Sales, 748-8000. Get up there, buy a car, get your oil changed, inspections, emissions, auto detailing. Listen, this time of year, you get all that salt, get it cleaned off. Go to Best Auto Sales. And last, Tanner Doverspike, Adventure Realty. It's very rare that you get a young entrepreneur that says, I'm willing to invest in my community to bridge the gap with football and basketball. Tanner Doverspike, you shine, Adventure Realty, 502-1854. Doug, we're back, second half. What are your thoughts?
At 27-17 at the break, the Bulldogs Jersey Shore up 10, led by Jacob Larson with 11 and Braylon Guerrero with 9. Guerrero had that good first quarter and followed that up with a solid second quarter as well. For Central Mountain, Blake Walker leads the way with 6. Noah Wells has 5 as well. So good, solid contributions there. Good, solid ball game, Nate. Bulldogs played well early, went up 13-19-6 in that first quarter. Good run by Central Mountain about halfway through quarter number 2, and then Bulldogs able to get that lead back to double digits. But as we expected, 2 fairly evenly matched teams here matched up tonight. We'll see how it plays out here in quarters number 3 and 4. Coming up for the Bulldogs, they will be here at home on Saturday against Shamokin area, on the road on the 12th against Sealands Grove, and then back at Jersey Shore on the 14th against Shikellamy. For Central Mountain, they will host Midwest on Saturday. Then they will host DuBois, dipping back into the District 6 opponents on the 12th. And then they are at Sealands Grove in PHAC Division I competition on the 14th. So that is what is coming up for these 2 teams after tonight's ball game. But the Bulldogs hoping to close this one out and go to 6-3, and the Wildcats looking to make a comeback to break that 4-game losing streak.
Yeah, the second half could be amazing. Really could be amazing. It's just, don't count Central Mountain out for making a run here. And, I'm excited. One thing that excites me about the Bulldogs right now is that the youth. You talked about the JV youth factor. So a couple of the coaches from the middle school are here. Clark McLean's another guy, and his son had a fantastic game the 2 nights ago up at Central Mountain Middle School. He had a fantastic game, but he's been going down to Lewisburg, been going down to the camps and the clinics held by the former Bucknell coach. And these kids, you can tell the kids that you talk about fundamentals, that can dribble, that can pass, that can shoot, can make foul shots, that understands floor spacing, the pick and roll, the give and go, back cuts, moving without the basketball. It all comes into play. I don't care how much basketball you watch. I don't care how much basketball you play. You can learn how to play the game wrong.
No question about it. I think you're referring to Coach Kathy Federaca, who does a really great job down there at the Lewisburg YMCA, the Miller Center. A lot of regional athletes go down there. So to start for the Bulldogs, it is the starting lineup. So McCray, Lathan, Hannah, Guerrero, and Lorson. And for Central Mountain, the same. Hunter, Walker, Wells, actually, and Shade, and then Confer as well. Look for Shade to put up some threes here in the second half, because that is his specialty, and they need to get some down 10.
Yeah, Central Mountain trying to increase the pressure in the man-to-man. McCray with the basketball, and to get it down inside. Hannah, good defense. You know what I noticed about, you talked about Shade, is he's stocky. He's very strong.
Yep, only 5'8", but a good solid kid, good athlete overall. His dad, Steve, was a good baseball player as well.
McCray going to start the offense here. Picks his dribble up. Kick it to...
Yeah, he can't do that far away from the basket.
Lathan gets to McCray. They're going to try to work. Good cut by Guerrero. Good defense. Very good defense there by Wells.
Yeah, really nice hands there by Wells. You have to get it up to Shade.
Oh, just missed the layup.
Good take there by Wells.
Yes, they come out, Central Mountain with intensity. That was a travel, no call. Up, Guerrero. I'm telling you, he's raining Jays tonight.
Gets into double figures, does Guerrero. That's a nice left-handed jump shot from the baseline by Brendan Guerrero.
Caleb Hunter. I apologize. Kalen Hunter.
Yeah, and that's a legitimate call there, because he never got set in the mix of defenders trying to get him around him. He gave the ball up. That was correct, and then he was looking for kind of a pick and roll, but he never really got set and then bumped the defender, and that is a moving pick. That is a legitimate call.
Lathan handles a lot of the ball handling duties. Into the middle. You talk about getting it to the middle. Lorson, nice move. Up it. Oh, Kalen says, get it out of my house. Little Matumbo there.
Good defense there. Kept his position.
Nice kick to the corner inside. Kalen can't get it. Walker to the corner. That's 23. Confer doesn't take the shot. Inside. Good dish down low. Wells was able to get his base, establish that, and go up for two.
29-19. Lead stays at 10 for the Bulldogs.
Guerrero, he's going to take this again. Euro, no go. Kalen makes a nice defensive play. Walker brings it down, kicks it to the corner to Shade, all the way across. He's going to pull the trigger. Confer, no good.
Yep, was set, had the feet, good rotation there, but just did not get the bounce.
Guerrero.
Yeah, really need to get the ball out of his hand at midcourt.
I'm chuckling because everybody gets more excited about ankles breaking than they do making baskets. Shade, good take, kicks it to the corner. Walker penetrates baseline, up, no good. Kalen, no good. Walker tipped. Hannah, wow.
Really nice job there by Hannah to keep the position against the bigger players for Central Mountain, come up with a tough rebound.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, timeout, Coach Boob, and that's a good timeout because, again, he got a little bit out of control there against that press. You talked about it. Guerrero made a great move at half court to get the defender, and he didn't take a bad shot, but that's not what you want to do to break that press. That's a great one-on-one play, but that's not really how you score on a regular basis. So John Boob says, hey, we have a 10-point lead. All we have to do is keep our spacing, keep our timing, not get in a hurry. High school and college teams, when you get excited, you speed up the game when you don't have to, and he wants to make sure that they understand that. Bulldogs up 10, though, 29-19.
Exactly.
5:21 to go here, third quarter. Lineups will stay the same for the Bulldogs out of that timeout. Hannah, Lathan, McCray, Guerrero, and Lorson. Same for Central Mountain as well. Actually, the big guy goes out, and Carson Kudrow comes in, number 4. They go a little bit smaller due to the Wildcats.
Lathan with the ball. Shade playing really tough. Little hand checking going on. Physicality. McCray takes it deep. Up. Oh! And that's why I want him to get to the rim.
Yeah, that's a nice, strong move.
He could have dunked that.
Very nice, strong move. Yeah, it's actually a foul there against Lathan.
I agree. Shade kicks it out. Hannah. Garden Dorman. Guerrero says, I got Walker. Again, an errant pass.
Oh, really good hustle there by Blake Walker to save that. Could have given up on that one easily.
Obviously, it was deflected. Shade from deep. Boom! And Doug, you don't get that ball back, you don't get those 3 points.
Yeah, Shade can shoot it from a long ways. They really squared up there. 31-22 Bulldogs.
McCray, good.
It's a nice shot. Had his feet set. Larson with the assist. Bulldogs up 11. Pace a little bit quicker here. That's a foul. Yep. That's a foul one way or the other.
Now down the other end, Lathan should have been called with the block earlier, but he did a really nice job, and he was fired up there.
Yeah, that's a foul one way or the other, and I thought Layson had the position there against Wells. Wells a little frustrated. Bulldogs get that one back. 4:18 to go, up 11.
You know, Central Mountain's come out this half. Nice pass. Oh, it's good.
Nice and Larson, very nice. It's good to see him get the feet set.
Yes.
Receive the ball and deliver with the jumper.
He has a very unique shot. He doesn't really jump, but it's beautiful. Lorson with the rebound. Good job.
Really good defense there by Lathan.
McCray's feeling hot. Boom!
Three-pointer.
Trifecta.
Yep. 3 buckets in a row from McCray. Layup, mid-range jumper, and then the 3.
Steal. McCray. They got numbers 3-on-1. Guerrero with a take and good. Wow.
Yeah, Central Mountain needs a timeout.
Wow.
Yep, and they get it.
I want to comment on one thing, Doug. I got goosebumps because when I see good fundamental transitional basketball, I said I want to see McCray get to the rim a little more. Here's why. Confidence. He got to the rim. Then all of a sudden he gets the steal on defense. They go the other way, and they got a 3-on-1. And it's just those little bursts that really begin to give a team an identity. Because Jersey Shore, we've talked about this, you know, they got 3 or 4 guys averaging 9 a game. And that's not a bad thing. But at some point in time, you know, you want to see 1 or 2 people each night get a little bit hotter, have a hotter hand, and feed that. And when you can get buckets in transition, the higher percentage shots go down.
Really good run there by Jersey Shore to spread out an 11-point lead. It was 33-22, so a 7-0 run there for the Bulldogs. Stretches the lead out to 18, 40-22, their biggest lead of the ball game. Still 3:34 to go here in the third quarter. So their first quarter at 19-6, and here this third quarter thus far, very, very productive on the offensive side for Jersey Shore.
Yeah, and we talk about those runs. I mean, obviously the Dogs were up 11 early in the second quarter, and then they cut that to 7. They went back up, but this is the largest lead of the night at 18 for the Bulldog Nation.
So if you're the Wildcats, you're looking for that run on their side, get back in this ball game.
Walker just passes it right to Guerrero. Guerrero's going to go up, and that's good defense. I mean, you know, people want to call that dirty. That he went for the ball.
Yeah.
But again, Walker down here has had a really good fundamental game tonight. He just passed it to a Bulldog.
Yep, didn't see Guerrero standing right there in between. And you knew Guerrero once he got past half court. He's taking that all the way. Is Braylon Guerrero have a chance? Bang! Drain that free throw. So he is in double figures in this third quarter, along with Larson. So what you just talked about, Nate, they have a couple guys that score around 9 a game.
Yeah.
Now they have 2 players, Larson and Guerrero, in double figures. A lot of time to go here in the ballgame. Really good stroke there by Guerrero.
Now let me ask you a question. Do the foul shots start going down too when the confidence goes up? It's just it's part. There's a lot of mental to basketball.
McDermott replaces Larson here. Lathan with a little individual pressure there on the throw in for the Wildcats. Wildcats need a bucket.
Central Mountain looking to make a run here. McCray, wow, look at that defense. Guerrero. Oh, and they go down. Submarine.
Yeah, so that should be a foul against Walker, and it is. He went underneath him.
That's the second time in the last 4 minutes where McCray is forced to turn over for the Bulldogs.
Watkins comes in, replaces Lathan. Always interesting here to see when Lathan goes out, who really is the point guard, because McCray is not really a point guard, but he has to do that by default here in this type point of the ball game. And Dorman giving him a hard time, a little bit too much hand checking. You know, it's interesting. Dorman, you can tell he's a very, very good athlete. He's very quick.
Sure.
A lot of high-speed stuff, twitching, so to speak. He doesn't do much on the floor, though. He kind of brings the ball up. He doesn't really look to shoot, and he plays good defense, but there he gives up the foul to McCray, and that puts them into one-on-one with 3:01 to go here. That's the first time we've seen teams get into that one-on-one.
And you know why? Because when you play aggressive, when you get to the rim, the Jersey Shore started attacking the basket a little more the second half, and they're drawing the fouls. As a result, you get to the foul line. But I, like you, have said, this is one of the few games I've seen them get to the bonus.
Yeah, and it's, again, I misspoke there. It's not the one-on-one. When you get to the 5, it's 2 shots.
Hannah to Dorman. Dorman across court to Walker in the corner, looking to get down low, but nobody home.
With those foul shots, Bulldogs stretch that lead to 19.
Confer. Good take this time. Wow.
Nice take there by Dorman. Just talked about him not being aggressive on the offensive side.
No, but you're right. But that's the first time he's done that. And what a nice athletic play. Guerrero to Hannah. Hustle. That's a walk.
Yeah, really good hustle there, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Boy, they had numbers, and they will get rewarded for that with Kudrow with the bucket. And Guerrero banged himself up a little bit there with a good hustle play. Going to be replaced by Larson.
Things get missed. It's not a big deal. But if a player is down and stands up with the basketball, isn't that a travel?
That is a travel.
Okay.
Now, if he put it on the floor first, I did not think he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just questioning. You know, I too get an education. We never stop learning. McCray crossed the timeline. Going to get to the rack. Boom! What a take by McCray!
A really nice finish there with the finger roll. That's a nice layup inside against pressure. You have a good hand check there by McCray, though, because Dorman was past him. Now you can see Dorman being a little bit more aggressive on the offensive side.
Doug, I think subliminally he heard you, man. Yeah. But you know what? That's what a coach would say. Hey, you're athletic, son. You're playing great defense. I'm not seeing you do much on the offense. A lot of moving. Put that to good use.
He's very quick to the basket. Hannah replaced by Lathan. McCray getting a break as well.
Yeah, that floating layup he just made was beautiful.
Pennycroft getting some time here again in quarter number 3.
To the corner, there he is. Dorman taking it to the paint. Oh, just lost it. Picked up by Confer. Confer's going to get to the lane as well. Good physicality. No go. Pennycoff there.
Dorman with the rebound out for the three.
Oh, I thought he nailed it.
Yeah, he had a good look there. That's going to go off McDermott's leg.
He did have a nice look.
Yeah, so Dorman making a difference here. Now Shade comes in, so you have 2 3-point shooters in for Central Mountain, and they will need a couple to get back in this ball game. Down 19, 45-26, 1:42 to go.
Kalen up top of the key. Good defense. Bulldogs picking up the tempo a little bit to the lane. Kalen's there. Hunter up. That's short. He gets his own rebound, and he's fouled. Not going to hurt the Bulldogs because that's only going to be 2.
Yeah, that's one where Lathan, he had it and really didn't grab it to put that rebound away, and Hunter able to get that. But he will get rewarded because he was shooting, technically. He will get 2 shots.
Absolutely.
Kalen Hunter, the senior, 6'6". 1:29 to go here, 45-26. Bulldogs gets the roll.
Nice body on Hunter. Up and good. Good touch from the big man.
A really good motion there. He's got some ability.
Pennycoff gets it to McDermott. McDermott likes to drive baseline. Up. Nice block. He's going to stay here.
Really good defense there because that could have easily been a foul on McDermott. But the Bulldogs maintain possession. 1:19 to go, 45-28.
Top of the key. Pennycoff gets it over here. Watkins going to take the range. Boom! Watkins says, twine time.
Doesn't
Your
shoot
place or
much,
mine.
but boy, had his feet set really nice there. That's a big three-pointer. Stretches the lead to 20, 48-28.
Shade, what a nice handle he has. Up, nice shooter. Short. Watkins gets up to the rack.
Yeah, that pressure from behind, and Watkins kind of had it. Thought there was more pressure coming, lost that out of bounds. So Central Mountain gets that one back. 55.4 to go here, third quarter. Down 20 are the Wildcats.
Kalen's there.
Bounces it off the foot.
Yeah. Again, how many times we talk about big men keeping the ball up? It's so hard habitually. I've done that in my past career. Just you want to bring the ball down. McDermott. Wow. Oh, good block by Kalen Hunter. Colin Confer. A lot of dribbling. Gets it back out here to Wells. Nice take, but just a little too hard off the glass.
Now, Shore should take the last shot here, but that really is not their makeup. Pennycoff lets that three fly.
McDermott. Oh.
Yeah, that's a travel.
Oh,
yeah.
It was.
Yeah, he never put the ball down.
He never did. It was a little electric slide there. You know, I thought he was shuffling.
Not a great possession there for the Bulldogs because they had a chance to close out the quarter number 3 with a bucket.
Walker's got 6 on the clock. Gets it up here to Kalen Hunter. Wells gets it. He's going to turn and fire. And I'll tell you what, that might have been the ugliest 15 seconds of the game, Doug, where neither team gets a good look. And unfortunately for the Bulldogs, they are up 20, fortunately, I should say. 8 minutes to go here. One more quarter. And real quick shout out. Thank you so much to the Chris Ward family. You know, he's done so much over the years to support the Alizé Johnsons of the world and the kids from Bishop Newman. And, shout out to Dan Lazorka tonight, who was former AD there at Bishop Newman. He's done a lot with Jersey Shore sports and softball, and also gone on to Lycoming, and then took the AD position there at Bishop Newman. But, I just want to give a quick plug to Bishop Newman and Walnut Street and some of these other schools, because there's a great education there, a great opportunity there for kids. And what's unique to Bishop Newman is you could have a class of 15 or a class of 2. And what they're dealing with down there is facilitating sports and having the opportunities, and it's really hard. Funding is tough. It's expensive to run programs. Even Tom Gravish here with the Bulldog Nation in football, he raises so much money and proceeds just to support the Bulldog Nation here. So we thank you for your sponsoring our program to be able to even bring you basketball this season, because this is a luxury. I always tell my kids, education's a privilege. It's not guaranteed.
21-point third quarter there for Jersey Shore. Stretches that lead out to 20, 48-28 as this fourth quarter goes. Won't be surprised at all if Central Mountain puts up some threes or drives like Shade did there, trying to get the foul. McCray back in the ball game here to start quarter number 4. Had a really nice third quarter. A little bit too much dribbling there. McCray looking for the one-on-one, takes it a little short, leaves that one a little short, but good defense. Watkins.
Shade takes it back.
Really nice job there.
Oh, there's Wells. Does he get to the lane? McCray up. Wells gets there quicker. Nice take by Wells.
Yeah, that's one where you have to leave him go because you would have got a foul there.
McDermott stops. Brings it back out here to Watkins, over to McCray.
48-30, 18-point lead. McCray's a really nice player, but he dribbles the ball a little bit too much on the wing for my taste. Good pass inside there. Watkins.
Up and good.
Really nice job. Should have got the foul there.
Yeah, that was a nice take by Watkins.
Very nice take off the glass. Lead back to 20, 50-30. Oh, Carson Watkins, he is contributing here on the hoops. Dream teamer in the football side.
Yeah, how about that? WNEP. Dream. Oh, nice move. Guerrero. Guerrero's pleading.
I think Hunter got the ball there before he got. I think there was a foul after, but he got the ball clean, and Coach Bergen says, "Hey guys, you're up 20. You're not getting that call."
Here's what I don't understand. That was either a foul or a block, because he didn't just throw it out of bounds. It hit somebody. But we're coming back down. Wildcat basketball. 6:42 to go here, fourth quarter.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that was a travel. They're going to say, "I'm hoping you're not calling the push there." There was a push at the end, but we took about 3 Euro steps there. So Bulldogs in great position. Tyler Bartow says, guys, we got to have one more run in us here if Central Mountain takes a timeout.
The Bulldogs really couldn't have asked for more tonight. It's easy to get flat, even when you're home. And for Central Mountain, you talked about Shamokin the other night. The Shamokin only beat Central Mountain at Central Mountain by 6, but Shamokin made a pretty big bus ride there. This is what's nice about the Central Mountain Jersey Shore. It's 10, 15 minutes. It's a short commute. Same thing with Williamsport. It brings a little bit of that West Branch feel back to basketball. I can remember, back in the day, man, Jimmy Nolan down at Southside, they had some great teams. I'll never forget Southside at one point in time, Doug, started 4 out of 5 guys 6'5" or bigger when I played. They were massive and had some really good teams. Even the Montoursville teams of old were stacked. It's good to see Montoursville basketball kind of back on the rise. And Mifflinburg's always been competitive. So Jersey Shore establishing these rivalries kind of gives you a little more to play for, because back in the Bald Eagle, Nittany, Lock Haven, Loganton, or Sugar Valley days, they kind of those little turf wars. Ben had great football. Lock Haven had great football. And so it'd be nice to see Central Mountain. Obviously, their wrestling program is stellar. Baseball's been solid. Get that into Latham.
Yeah, and you talk about baseball, Blake Walker looking to have a huge senior year, All-State, first team All-State last year. Oh, what a finish by McDermott. Did not give up on that.
I don't get that, though. His feet hit the ground before he shot the ball. It was unbelievable. Shade. Boy,
Yep, get the bump. Shade actually traveled before that, but he gets rewarded with his aggressiveness.
Well, I don't know how it wasn't either a foul on McDermott or he traveled, because he came down and touched the ground before he even got that ball off.
Well, the defender definitely had control of the ball at some point, and that was Walker. Wow, good defense there by Watkins. Forces a turnover.
Latham down the way. They got numbers. Over to Hannah. Hannah fakes it. Euro step. Oh, and he doesn't finish.
That good hustle there by Hannah to keep that one on the Jersey Shore side. He got a little frustrated with himself because, boy, he didn't make a nice move. Just a little short on the rim.
But you talk about the excellent defense down here by Carson Watkins led to the Guerrero turnover. Inside. Oh, spanked it. Wells says, I'm going to reject it.
Yep, I'm going to get the reach here against Dorman. So
You called it. Wells is an athlete.
he's very good. Yeah, he should be one of their key guys.
I agree.
Yeah, they don't use him quite enough on the offensive side, in my opinion.
The offense kind of has to flow through him. I mean, he got vertical on that last play and just pinned that ball. There he is again. We talked about it. Now they're going to call the charge, but
Yeah, and that's always so tough. I mean, again, Lathan was set. There's no question about it. He gets rewarded for hustling on the defensive side, but Wells kind of was already past him. He probably could have let that one go.
yeah, I was thinking let him play through that a little bit, but they made the call.
Bulldogs 52-30, 5:53 to go here in this ball game.
Down this way. Shade's going to try to take it to the rim. Watkins up. No good. He got bumped. Harlan, Wells back in bounds. Wow, what a scrum.
Yeah, what you're seeing now is the officials in some situations are leaving him play a little bit, and that leads at the high school level to a lot of fouls, a lot of contact, and then both teams kind of speeding up when the Bulldogs can kind of slow it down a little bit. It is so hard to teach players, hey, guys, you're up 22. 5:37 to go. Just slow it down a little bit. Eat a little clock, get a layup, and you're going to go ahead with a big win.
Well, now's when you honestly you want to work on those fundamentals and those touches, and if you can get out ahead and get some scoring points in transition, great. That's Walker. He's going to take it. No, he's going to take it to the rack, and he is great. That's his best asset of the game right there. Watkins to McDermott. McDermott going to pull this one out, then take it baseline. Up, good. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's probably the right call. Wells saw what was happening there. Good take by McDermott. Nothing wrong with that. But
we're getting a clinic in travels and charges today.
54-32, 5:22 to go here. Bulldogs are up.
Noah Wells, again, the senior, 6'2". He's going to take this one to the rack. Guerrero there, and that's a block. For sure. But give Wells credit, he took that to the rim. And again, Jersey Shore now, 5 fouls. So this could really turn into a long quarter.
Well, it usually does, particularly with 5+ minutes to go. That 5th foul will result in Noah Wells getting those 2 shots. So that's a change a couple years ago. It used to be 1-1 after 7, and then 2 shots after 10 and a half. Now that goes by quarters. 5 fouls, you get 2 shots.
Yeah,
It's a way for Central Mountain to have a chance to get back in the ballgame.
Absolutely. And they're going to have to push tempo.
Misses that second one.
Nice rebound there.
So Jersey Shore, Lathan should say, hey guys, let's chew a little time and let's end up with a layup out of this spacing offense.
Well, if you're smart, you force them to foul you.
Right.
There's no shot clock, and that's not what you do, because that's a travel.
That's a travel.
And we talk about floor spacing, and the Dogs have looked so good tonight. But right there is where you don't need the dribble. Just share the ball. Keep the floor spacing. Force them to come out closer to midcourt. Shade with a screen. Wells stops at 15, looks underneath. We talked about that nice dish to Isa Dorman. What a take.
Yeah, Guerrero gets a take, but boy, that is not the player you want handling the ball. Now, he gets rewarded there, and you have to give him credit for taking it right to the hoop for the layup. That's what you want. You want a layup out of that. But again, you're up 19. You do not have to be in a hurry, and that's what Coach Booth says. Hey, we got rewarded there. We got the layup. Guerrero continues his solid ball game in mid-double figures in the teens there. 4:39 to go here. Bulldogs up 54-35.
So we talked about the 5 fouls, and the last quarter was the exact opposite of this quarter. Jersey Shore got to the line early. This time Central Mountain's to the line earlier. But we talk about, we're not trying to be critical of any one particular player, but the reality is when you're up 19, there is no shot clock. If you get a really good look, and Guerrero's look was a good look, at the same time, you want that look to come off of more of a sound half-court base. And there's nothing wrong. We've seen good teams. I'll tell you, you should have seen Pittsburgh Central Catholic the other day. They would just chew and chew and chew, and then they got a backdoor cut, a layup, a good look. Kind of like the Princeton of old. Good defense there by Watkins on Wells. Across the timeline. Wells is a nice player. What a nice take.
Good finish with the left hand there is Wells. So McCray in the ball game at the point guard. Latham getting a little bit of a break there. Watkins, McDermott, Guerrero, and Harlan in there for Jersey Shore.
But even that, Doug, we talked about, why is that important? Well, there's the second foul. They got to foul the Bulldogs 3 more times, so they're going to just keep chewing, just chew the clock. McCray, backcourt here. Not a backcourt call, but he gets it into the backcourt.
Yeah, I tell you what, that could have easily been an offensive foul against McCray. He put his hand on his shoulder
He shielded
to push the defender. He can't do that. Yep, and that's what he called. That's what Coach Bergen called. That is against McCray for putting his hand on the shoulder and shielding the defender, Dorman. That's a correct call.
Doug Byerly, man, you get $200 for pass and go there, brother. Good call on that. It is an offensive foul because he was shielding the defender and he pushed off. So Wells is going to control it. Ever since we said the offense should go through Wells, it has. And Shade's going to pop. Shade's going to hit. Within 14 are the Central Mountain Wildcats.
Yep, his second 3 of the ball game is Darius Shade. Yep, Latham getting set to come back in. You need your point guard back in the ball game. Good save there by McDermott.
Watkins.
This is not over yet.
Nice look inside to McCray. McCray's going to get it back up top. McDermott does a nice job of coming to the basketball. 3:40 to go. Fourth quarter, too much dribble. And that's a very fortunate call for the Bulldogs. I'm going to be honest with you. Doesn't have to be called, but it is called. So it's going to be the 3rd foul on Central Mountain, but that could have easily resulted in a turnover.
And McDermott did a couple nice things there, coming back to the middle area to give the offensive player someone to pass it to. So Latham Hannum back in the ball game along with Larson, who's had a really solid ball game.
You talked about Shade possibly hitting some threes. You
know.
He
can shoot it. Good pressure by Central Mountain, trying to force those turnovers. Hanna is caught. Somebody's got to come to him.
Hanna. That's all you do. Just be patient. They're up 14. 3:10 now to go. Wells
gets the turnover. That's a nice job by Wells to get the turnover and then the timeout. Heck of a defensive play there by Noah Wells.
It really was. And you know, the thing is, what you don't want to see the Bulldogs do is get lackadaisical here. Just protect the basketball. Force Central Mountain to foul you. Every second, it's like football late in the game, man. Some teams run that 2-minute drill so well to get in the field goal position or to go up a score, and a lot of that comes down to clock management. And in basketball, one of the best ways to manage clock is to share the ball, maintain the floor spacing, and to not get anxious or edgy when a defender gets in your space, because they're going to foul you.
Yeah, it is so hard in basketball at the high school and college level not to speed up your part of the game. And if you're up double digits, you do not have to speed up your part of the game at all. Central Mountain has a chance to get this one down to 11.
Watkins on Wells, forces him to stop. They're going to kick the spell out. Wells is going to look to try and get something going. He's been the hot hand. Shade, nice handle on him. Kicks it over to Wells. Wells may pop. Wells is going to take the downtown. It's going to be off right. Good job by McCray. And right now the Bulldogs need to consider kicking it out, and they did. Hanna gets it over. They're going to do just what they need to do. Watkins gets it over here to McCray. McCray's going to pop. Good job there by the rebound. Up and in.
Larson, nice job on the offside of that. 56-40. Lead goes to 16. That's a travel.
He picked it up just a little bit early. We know you called it, but you know, I thought Shade was going to take one from NBA range, and he pulled it and tried to take it to the rim, but
using that ball fake. But boy, you have to put the ball down first. You can't take the step first. If you take the step first, and then put the ball down, that is a travel. Wholesale changes here for Central Mountain, so it looks like Tyler Bardo saying, hey, 2:17 to go, we are down 16. We may be conceding this one.
Yeah, Latrell Walker into the game, along with Colin Confer. He's been in some tonight. Dane Hanna. Good up by the other Hanna.
Really nice job. Hannah's a nice player, kind of unsung here for the Bulldogs. Garson Watkins has had a nice ball game tonight, offensively and defensively.
Good take there by Dane Hanna.
Really nice take.
From one Hanna to the other.
Under 2 minutes to go. Looks like Jersey Shore, if they can get a bucket or a timeout, will make wholesale substitutions as well. So the Bulldogs going to have a chance, and Coach John Boove calls the timeout to get the substitutions in. So the starters will go out. The second unit will come in. 58-42. Really nice job by the Bulldog starting set. Going to have a chance to go to 6-3 as Jersey Shore would be their third consecutive win after winning on the road.
Oh, there's the ninth grader.
Wellsboro.
Getting some minutes here. 22 into the game for the Bulldogs. Good defense by all these substitutions right now for Jersey Shore. Harlan's still in the game. Diaz from deep, and he hits it.
Nice job there. Set his feet.
Number 33, he's got Larry Bird-like vibes to him.
Cuts the lead to 13. 1 minute to go here in the ball game. Yeah, that's going to be a...
You know what's great about the
Blocking
game of basketball? They're you know, Travis Diaz comes into the game. You call it mop up, call it what you want. I like his pink shoes, and he nails that three-pointer.
Aiden Brooks coming in here for Jersey Shore, number 4. Senior, getting a couple minutes here. End this one out.
And Hayden Kelly, he was the quarterback some for the Bulldogs. Glad to see him out there. He got injured a little bit towards the latter part of the football season. Lupton. Surprised that's not a kick, but...
Yeah, off the shin, that usually would be a kick.
Again, Doug, you called it. 13-point lead for the Bulldogs here. 43 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Going to try to seal this one out.
This unit doing a really nice job. Just some movement, moving the ball around. Going to either end this just with the possession. Boy, that was almost a double dribble there, but got control of that.
You know, Grayson Confer had a great JV game tonight. He's getting some minutes too at varsity. Stolen away by number 10, Latrell Walker. Good take.
Oh, really nice steal there on the defensive side by Shore. So the Bulldogs are going to close this one out. 58-45, 13-point win. Third consecutive win for the Bulldogs. Winning the Division I of the PHAC. Fifth consecutive loss for Central Mountain. They will be hosting Midwest on Saturday, hosting Du Bois as well, and then on the road at Selinsgrove their next 3 games against Central Mountain, hosting Shamokin on Saturday at Selinsgrove, and then Shikellamy here in Jersey Shore on the 14th as well. Those will be the next game. Nice win here at home for the Bulldogs.
You know, it was a great day to be a Bulldog. Quick shout out to all the coaches and the Booster Club. Thank you for the invite for the Dog Pound production crew to the upcoming year-end banquet. We look forward to RSVPing very soon and coming. But, you know, just to be able to cover sports, again, thank you to Chad Crape, IT, Paul Mantle, and the custodial crew here. I'm just giving shouts out because so many people make this happen behind the scenes, and without them, there's no internet. We had struggles. They were able to get us hooked up, break through some firewalls, and really set a precedent here that we're going to cover more sports here at Jersey Shore. We're likely going to get on the road, too. So if you have a suggestion for DPP Sports and the Dog Pound and you want us to cover something, put it in the inbox. Send us an email. Check out the website at www.dogpoundproductions.com. Become a Stray at the YouTube channel and let us know, hey, man, listen, there's this battle. There's this game. There's this, you know, We talk about the Mount Carmel rivalries, but even locally, the Battle of the Bridge and between Loyalsock and Montoursville has always been a game. But we're looking to cover some big games coming up. IPT Sports, Clinton County Sports, they do a great job, but we're just looking to bridge gaps as well. Hey, Bill Mincer, quick shout out to Bill Mincer. He makes all things new. And Doug, thanks for a great call tonight.
Oh, really good ball game. The first and third quarters were the difference, Nate. The Bulldogs 19-6 in that first quarter, and then a 21-11 edge in quarter number 3, lead to a 13-point win here at home, 58-45 Bulldogs.
Hey, listen, we'll see you again Friday night as the Lady Bulldogs are here at home, and then Saturday, Shamokin comes to town. That's going to be another great opportunity. Hey, we're going to see the center and the nose guard. We're going to see Glover come to town. I guess he's a knuckleballer with the baseball team, but he's going to bring all 400 pounds of girth to the house next week. So the Shamokin Indians, boy, they have some great sports coverage down there. They made a great run with Southern Lehigh this year. They were up 14, couldn't seal the deal, and Southern Lehigh went on to win it all. So we'll see you Friday night back here at the Pound. Thanks for tuning in.